Hello everybody, I'm Jim, my friend. In this video I'm going to be putting the Doctor's regenerations from 1 to 14, right, including the War Doctor. Now before I begin, two things. One, so in this we have the first incarnation to the 8th incarnation, right, and then between these two, right, the 9th Doctor and the 8th Doctor, there should be another Doctor in between these two called the War Doctor, right. The Doctor Who, or the current Doctor today, really does not like this Doctor, but I'll talk about that later, okay? So anyway, be sure to like and subscribe, and don't get around if I don't put your favourite Doctor where you believe that they should be, okay? And comment down below who's your favourite Doctor. Let's begin. So we have number 14, John Hurt, the War Doctor, right? He's an incarnation of the Doctor, right, officially. But the current Doctor hates this incarnation, tries to forget them. He hates this incarnation due to all the crimes and atrocities that he did during the Great Time War, okay? Apart from audio tapes, there is only one story that this Doctor is in, and that's the 50th anniversary, which is due to the actor's death. However, David Tennant was also in this, and we got this amazing figure from it, so more about that later. Number 13 is Jon Pertwee, okay? I'm sorry, but he always seemed down to earth, which is ironic because he was exiled to Earth. And he wasn't very amusing, okay? This is also the first era to include Doctor Who in colour, so, you know, it's not as bad as John Hurt, but it certainly wasn't very good, in my opinion, you know? He's a good Doctor, but I didn't really like his era very much. Number 12, Christopher Eccleston, okay? After one season he left, and we didn't really get to meet his Doctor much, so we didn't get to understand him. All we know is that he was scarred from the Great Time War, and the reason I've got him above Jon Pertwee is because that he really showed his emotion, and the actor really showed how scarred he was from the Great Time War, you know? 11th we have Colin Baker. This Doctor is often named as the worst, but I'm actually a fan of him. This Doctor and the actor in real life put up with so much crap from the workers behind the scenes, and his last series was one massive episode, Trial of a Time Lord. In his last episode, the actor had had enough, and he did not film a regeneration scene, so yeah. If he had, then he'd been up further in this list, but the regeneration scene is very important if you're going to play the Doctor. The actor who played the next incarnation, the 7th Doctor, had to be Colin Baker until his regeneration. That's why all he does is smack his head on the TARDIS system, and then he regenerates. Number 10 we have Peter Davison. He was a decent Doctor, and at the time the youngest actor to play the Doctor, until Matt Smith, the 12th Doctor. He had lots of decent stories, and he really portrayed the old man stuck in a young man's body type. He sacrificed his life to save a human. He gave up hundreds of years, right, to save a human who had less than 100 years to live. The first story was amazing, though. Castrovalva. It's in my top 10 favourite stories for sure. Number 9. Jodie Whittaker. The first Doctor to be a woman, and this regeneration will be one of the most iconic. After 54 years, the role finally became possible to be played by anybody. However, the Doctor reminds me of Matt Smith. So, oh, and also, the stories also, all of them include morals and have been watered down, which is not very good, in my opinion. So I do enjoy this Doctor's personality. So, you know. 8th, I have Sylvester McCoy. He was the last Doctor of the classic era, and one of the best actors so far, right? Far from the best, but one of the best, okay? Even though Doctor Who was cancelled in 1989, the actor still came back for the 1996 movie, just for 10 minutes to regenerate. He put Colin Baker to shame. Number 7 is coming in with Tom Baker. Now he's normally associated as one of the first or second best Doctors, okay? He was also the longest Doctor. He played for 7 years, and he is one of the best, right? His personality, it really portrayed the fact that he is alien, right? But he was really funny, and lots of people could really resonate with him. However, I didn't really like this Doctor. He was decent, right? But a lot better than half of them. but not as good as what the rest of to come, in my opinion. Okay. Number 6 is William Hartnell. Okay. Remember, don't hate me. Okay. The original incarnation of the Doctor, similar to John Pertwee, there's next to no dramatic scenes. Right. The episodes are vital in the history of Doctor Who as the first Doctor. Right. Some of the characters are important and are still being used today. The reason that William Hartnell is 7th and John Pertwee is 13th is because his role as the first Doctor is the most important, and he changed from being a strict, bossy old man to a sweet, amusing old man. Number 5, we have Patrick Troughton, right, the second Doctor. He has the most unique regeneration caused by his own race of Time Lords, right? And then he was sent to exile for the third regeneration, John Pertwee. He's also one of the funniest Doctors, right? And his era was the last to be in the black and white TV era, even though on here it's in colour, because this story is from the three Doctors in the 1970s. Okay. His stories, right, despite most of them being lost from the archives, are being made with animation, right? So we still have some hope, right? And others are still being found. So we can only hope that one day all the stories from the first and second Doctor are found. Right. 4th, we have Paul McGann. Okay, I recently watched the Doctor Who TV movie last night, and it was amazing. So it might be that talking, right? But I genuinely thought that this Doctor was amazing. Okay. But yeah, I was going to put this closer, but after closer thought, I thought it'd probably be insulting to the whole show, right? He's probably in the top 3 Doctor-wise, right? As he seems more alien, but human at the same time. It's hard to explain. The Doctor has only been in a film and a few small mini-episodes. But you could split the film into 2 or 3 episodes due to the duration, okay? If David Tennant wasn't the Doctor, right, then Paul McGann would be second or even first, right? David has a more intense, alien-like personality, but also human. He becomes human in one episode, right? But we'll talk about that later. 3rd, we have Peter Capaldi, right? This Doctor is amazing, he's funny, and we are told, or find out lots about this Doctor, okay? The stories are unique, and his ending is truly a masterpiece. Stephen Moffat's final episode and the Christmas Day special was one of the best episodes or specials in the history of Doctor Who, okay? It was also very clever. The first Doctor's regeneration was always confusing, but it shows what happened next, right? Just before the first Doctor regenerated in 1966. And Peter Capaldi's send-off, right, was better than David Tennant's. And David Tennant had quite the send-off. Second Doctor, Matt Smith. I got this yesterday, right? So, this Doctor was important, right? It was the last incarnation of the Doctor's natural regeneration cycle. This Doctor was funny, had amazing stories, some truly heartbreaking, like The Angels Take Manhattan and Vincent and the Doctor. And he had one of the best episodes, Day of the Doctor, featuring 3 of the reincarnation. The War Doctor, the 10th Doctor, and the 11th Doctor, right? Also, his final story was really intense because the Doctor was given a new regeneration cycle. I'm going to make a video soon talking about my favourite Doctor Who stories, okay? And number 1, David Tennant. Where do I begin? He was hilarious when he needed to be. He could play with your emotions when necessary. He had lots of detail in his stories and multiple story arcs. He even seemed like the Doctor, right? He even co-starred in Day of the Doctor with Matt Smith and John Hurt. Hence why we get this amazing holographic figure. This Doctor went so much, right? He went through so much through his lifetime, and it shows. David Tennant's acting really sold the idea that he was starting to break. In his final episode, he doesn't hold back in sacrificing his life for a human. An old human. Also, his regeneration was the best send-off for a Doctor ever. Anyway, thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment on who's your favourite Doctor. And also, we've recently hit 4,000 views. So I just want to thank you to all who's been there for my channel and supported me. Don't forget to join my Discord, it's in the comment section. And have a good day.